This week's Blizz Pro Weekly, Overwatch is overloaded with the new beta content, and Viking ships are sinking left and right due to wizardry.
Hey there everyone, my name is Kevin Ellis, also known as Multizord, and we are filming here on February the 13th, 2016, and this is episode 103. Yet again, we would love to hear from you. Send us your emails to dearcloverfromblizzpro@gmail.com, and as always, feel free to leave us some comments down there below. So let's just get into the show, and let's start with some Heroes of the Storm, actually, with Greg Parker.
Nobody's going to pay to see this.
Hey guys, it's Greg Gizmozord Parker here with the latest on Heroes of the Storm. Once again, we saw a balance patch this Wednesday for the third week in a row. The most noticeable changes were nerfs to Rhaegar and Kael'thas, along with a buff to Jaina. As we mentioned last week, Rhaegod needed to be taken down to perhaps Rey Demigod, so we'll see if these changes will be enough. With the nerf to KT and buff to Jaina, will we see these two flip-flop as far as priority picks, or will KT still reign supreme? How's everyone's quick match experience has been so far this week? With the Lost Vikings on the free hero rotation for only the second time ever, a lot of people are taking this chance to get their 500 gold by leveling them to level 5. Now, there are a lot of people who realize this is a hero they should never play, so they're doing the smart and courteous thing by taking them into AI matches. However, there are plenty of people taking them into quick match, and holy hell, it has been pretty awful. Okay, actually, I lied. It's been pretty fucking amazing because I'm still playing a lot of Li Ming, and she destroys them. Which, by the way, Blizzard, why on God's green earth would you choose after such a long time to make the Lost Vikings free week the week after Li Ming release? Wait. Maybe it's because TBK has been asking for weeks on Lords of the Storm for them to come back, since they are his last hero that he needs to get to level 5. Thanks, you dick. I'm just kidding, TBK. The qualifiers for the Spring Championships have officially wrapped up as of tomorrow, which will have already passed when you see this. But the qualifying teams will move on to the North American Regionals to compete for $100,000 on February 27th and 28th. The top 2 teams from this event will qualify to make the trip out to Seoul, South Korea to compete in the Spring Global Championship April 1st through 3rd for a chance at $500,000. Hey guys, one more thing I wanted to mention this week. February 20th, we will be doing an event called the Heroes Charity Brawl. This is going to be with the hosts from Lords of the Storm, Core, Into the Nexus, and Stormcast. And we are getting together for 3 hours to play a whole bunch of crazy games to raise money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. If you guys would like more information on this or to donate, just head over to heroescharitybrawl.com.
The world could always use more heroes.
Okay, so there's a tiny bit of news in Overwatch this week. Just a little bit. For instance, the Overwatch beta is back in full swing. So, there's just so much to go over. I don't even know where to begin. But anyway, if you've played any other first-person shooter in, say, like the last decade or so, or really any sort of RPG, you might have a general idea of how this works. But there's a progression system where when you play, you get experience points, and you level up, and you get a reward for the next level. So, brand new concept there. No, but seriously, it really is very interesting how they've gone about this. They've made it to where each time you level up, you get these reward crates. We'll get into that. But anyway, fun fact about the progression system that you might not have known. At level 23, and after 23, from then on, the XP amount is capped at 22,000 experience per level. So basically you can expect to play about 10 to 15 games, and then you should have another level, depending on your gameplay and win rate and, that sort of thing. But anyway, so there's no cap otherwise on the actual level you can reach. So it kind of feels like the Diablo 3 Paragon leveling system in that you just kind of keep growing and keep getting new stuff. Now, so that stuff you get are what are known as loot boxes. They are rewards that come in each level, and in true Blizzard fashion, they are rare, epic, and legendary with the appropriate coloring. And inside them are several different things that are all cosmetic, so you don't need to feel the pressure to really push this system, but certainly you can and unlock all kinds of stuff like sprays and really cool skins, victory poses, different animations, and also an in-game currency called credits, which you can then use to purchase all these things individually if you'd like as well. So it's kind of got a Hearthstone feel to it, frankly. I mean, you're kind of like cracking packs, if you will, but in this game. So super fun, super interesting. They have also put in a shut up and take my money button in the menu system, and specifics on this are kind of iffy right now, but we do know for sure that you're going to be able to buy loot boxes with real money if you want to. But whether or not you can actually just buy certain skins outright and all that is yet to be seen. So we'll see how that goes. But okay, so there's a ton of other new stuff. For instance, there's an entirely new game mode that we mentioned last episode, has been titled Control. And basically, the long and short of it is a 3-round, best of 3 point capture event where you have 3 different point locations to take and fight over. And, I mean, it's best of 3. If you win the first 2, obviously, you're not going on to the third one. But if you make it to the third one, it's entirely different and really pretty cool. So, I mean, it's unless you've never really done a multiplayer first-person shooter before, you've probably encountered something like this. It's sort of like King of the Hill, and it's super fun, frankly. I've gotten the chance to try it out a little bit. I didn't get in the beta, but I've still got some friends helped me out in that regard. So anyway, so there are 2 new maps for this. There's Lijiang Tower, the Chinese one. It's a giant space industry tower in a cityscape that's super cool. Of course, we also have Nepal, which is the Omnic monastery that Zenyatta's from and has some of his backstory elements in it as well. So another really interesting thing for me is there's a new private custom game settings where you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. And this is where we're going to see just totally wild tournaments come out of it. And I can't wait to watch some of those. You can set up different win conditions in custom matches now, such as like headshots only, or you can tweak the amount of damage your characters take, or make it to where you can't have duplicate heroes at any point, or you can make it to where everyone's forced to just play Tracer and just blink around all over the place. And so another thing they've also done is introduced AI matches, where you get to play against computers and kind of, if you're trying out a new hero, maybe it'll be good for you. And they do grant experience, but a little bit less than if you play an actual person. So in my mind, I'm just going to be practicing against real people, but I mean, more options is never bad. So also, Jeff Kaplan has confirmed that as all of this progression goes on, there will be at least one massive reset wipe. So if you aren't in the beta right now, don't worry, you're not going to be totally gimped when it launches. And if you are in the beta, unless you're just doing it for fun, try not to push yourself too hard unlocking all those skins, because it's probably going to feel a little bad when they all go away there for you. So okay, one other tiny little things. There was a balance patch released with several major updates to the heroes. And there's way too much to go over, but there are certain things that really affect the game entirely, such as that healing affects shields now, taking damage no longer charges your ultimate abilities, which is a huge change, and there's so many other big game-changing buffs and nerfs to many of the heroes that you really just gotta check out the patch notes yourself for the full details. So definitely look into all that. But I want to know, what is your favorite new skin or feature? Let us know in the comments below. Personally, I think everything that I just said can be summed up in 2 words. Safari Winston. That's right. That's a thing. But anyway, no real Hearthstone this week, because all the hotness is in Overwatch. And yeah, if you're not in there playing, gotta at least be watching. There's the Gosu Gamers tournaments that you could probably go back and see the VODs of right now. Check that out, because that's the game played at the highest level right now, and it's just super fun. Everyone's hyped. I haven't taken this jacket off yet, even in the shower. Well, that about does it for this week yet again. Be sure to send Clover some email at dearcloverfromblizzpro@gmail.com and leave us some comments below. Let us know what you think. Also, be sure to check out all the other BlizzPro shows live at blizzpro/twitch.tv. On Sunday, we've got Well Met, the Hearthstone podcast. Tuesday, Heroes of the Storm Power Hour. Wednesday, West March Workshop for Diablo. Thursday now has the Payload for Overwatch. Also, be sure to check the Zords out on our podcasts, such as Lords of the Storm, which is now live on Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Central at twitch.tv/Lords of the Storm, if you're looking for some more Heroes of the Storm content. And if you're looking for Overwatch, we also have the Cavalry podcast.